Hello dear students, today we are going to discuss the chapter alcohol, phenol, ether, 12th class chemistry. So this is the LEP study material. So start करते हैं from first question, that is a MCQ type question. First, that is a dehydration of alcohol to give ether. As we know, अगर ਆਪਾਂ alcohol ਦੀ dehydration ਕਰਦੇ हैं at different temperature 413 and 444, ਇਹ ਯਾਦ ਰੱਖਣ ਦਾ ਸਭ ਤੋਂ ਈਜ਼ੀ ਤਰੀਕਾ ਇਹ ਹੈ ਕਿ ਜਿੰਨਾ ਜ਼ਿਆਦਾ ਟੈਂਪਰੇਚਰ ਹੈ ਇਟ ਮੀਨਸ ਕੀ ਹੈ ਕਿ ਉਨੀ ਜ਼ਿਆਦਾ ਗਰਮੀ ਹੈ, ਡੀਹਾਈਡਰੇਸ਼ਨ ਜ਼ਿਆਦਾ, ਵਾਟਰ ਦੀ ਰਿਮੂਵਲ ਜ਼ਿਆਦਾ ਹੋ ਜਾਏਗੀ ਤਾਂ ਅਲਕੀਨ ਦੀ ਫਾਰਮੇਸ਼ਨ ਹੋ ਜਾਏਗੀ। ਜਿੰਨਾ ਘੱਟ ਟੈਂਪਰੇਚਰ ਉਨਾ ਈਥਰ ਫਾਰਮੇਸ਼ਨ ਦੀ ਟੈਂਡੈਂਸੀ ਹੋ ਜਾਏਗੀ। ਸੋ ਡੀਹਾਈਡਰੇਸ਼ਨ ਆਫ ਅਲਕੋਹਲ ਟੂ ਗਿਵ ਈਥਰ, that is a 413 Kelvin. So first A option is the right answer. Second, a dehydration of tertiary alcohol with copper, that is a 573 Kelvin. That we have already known that in case of oxidation at copper 573 Kelvin, that will give the alkene as the major product. So C is the right answer. Next, Williamson synthesis is an example of Williamson synthesis, that is an example of Williamson synthesis, that is a nucleophilic substitution reaction. A option is the right answer. Next, a commercial alcohol is made unfit for the drinking by adding, क्योंकि कमर्शियल अल्कोहल सानू लैब ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਵੀ ਮਿਲਦਾ ਹੈ, ਜਿਸ ਤਰ੍ਹਾਂ ਫਾਰਮਾਸਿਊਟੀਕਲ ਇੰਡਸਟਰੀ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਵੀ ਹੈ, ਇਹਨੂੰ ਅਨਫਿਟ ਡਰਿੰਕਿੰਗ ਪਰਪਸ ਦੇ ਲਈ ਨਹੀਂ ਯੂਜ਼ ਕੀਤਾ ਜਾਂਦਾ। ਸੋ ਇਹਦੇ ਲਈ ਆਪਾਂ ਬਚਾਅ ਕਰਨ ਲਈ ਇਹਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਐਡ ਕੀ ਕਰ ਦਿੰਦੇ, ਦੈਟ ਇਜ਼ ਏ ਮਿਥਾਈਲ ਅਲਕੋਹਲ। ਠੀਕ ਹੈ। ਨੈਕਸਟ, ਦੈਟ ਇਜ਼ ਏ ਫਿਨੋਲ ਔਨ ਡਿਸਟਿਲੇਸ਼ਨ ਵਿਦ ਜ਼ਿੰਕ ਡਸਟ। ਫਿਨੋਲ ਔਨ ਜ਼ਿੰਕ ਡਸਟ ਨਾਲ ਟ੍ਰੀਟ ਕਰਦੇ, ਦੈਟ ਵਿਲ ਗਿਵ ਦਾ benzene as a product. Next, power alcohol. Power alcohol, that is a 80% or 20%, 80% petrol, 20% benzene and small quantity of ethanol है, या benzene है, या petrol है. So different option are here. So right answer, that is a B option, 80% of petrol, 20% ethanol and small quantity of benzene is the right answer. Next, phenol are more acidic than alcohol because phenoxide ion is stabilized by resonance. Also right answer. Phenols are more soluble in polar solvent. Phenoxide ion does not exhibit resonance, and if alcohols do not lose a hydrogen atom at all. So right answer is the A option. Phenoxide ion is stabilized by the resonance. Next, which of the following reason cannot be used to distinguish between the phenol and benzyl alcohol? So right answer, that is a ferric chloride is the right answer, which is not used for this purpose. ठीक है। Next, a correct order of boiling point of primary, secondary and tertiary alcohols. So right answer, boiling point is maximum जिन्ने हाइड्रोजन ज़्यादा है उन्ने boiling point ज़्यादा, alkyl group जिन्ने घट होंगे. So right answer, that is a primary greater than secondary than tertiary is the right answer. ठीक है। Next, which compound is predominantly formed when phenol is allowed to react with a bromine in aqueous medium? So phenol ਜਦੋਂ भी react करेगा bromine water in aqueous medium, that will give the 2,4,6 tribromophenol as the major product. ठीक है जी। नेक्स्ट, सैलिसल्डिहाइड कैन बी प्रिपेयर्ड बाई फ्रॉम फिनोल। सो सैलिसल्डिहाइड प्रिपेयर करांगे फिनोल तो, दैट इज़ फॉर्मड बाई द रीमर टीमन रिएक्शन। सो अगर इतने पूछा जाता सैलिसिलिक एसिड, दैट इज़ द कॉलवेज रिएक्शन। ठीक है। नेक्स्ट है साढ़े तो नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन, द टोटल नंबर ऑफ ए साइक्लिक स्ट्रक्चर आइसोमर possible with the compound C4H10O, that is total number 7. B option is the right answer. Next, Williamson synthesis for preparation or preparing the dimethyl ether is an example of electrophilic है, SN1 है, electrophilic addition है, या SN2 reaction. So right answer, D option, SN2 reaction. Next, which of the following alcohol on dehydration with concentrated sulfuric acid will give the but2ene? So in the dehydration reaction with this concentrated sulfuric acid, that is a butan-2-ol, that will give the but2ene with the concentrated sulfuric acid. Next, which of the following alcohol will give the iodoform test? So butan-1-ol, propan-1-ol, pentan-2-ol, propan-2-ol and pentan-3-ol. So right answer, that is a propan-2-ol is the right answer, which will give the iodoform test. So iodoform test ਦੇ ਲਈ ਕੰਡੀਸ਼ਨ ਹੁੰਦੀ ਹੈ, that is a ਐਸੀਟੋ ਜਾਂ ਫਿਰ ਅਲਕੋਕਸੀ ਗਰੁੱਪ ਪ੍ਰੈਜ਼ੈਂਟ ਹੋਣਾ ਚਾਹੀਦਾ ਉੱਥੇ। ਨੈਕਸਟ ਹੈ ਇਥੇਨॉल ऑन वार्मिंग विद कंसनट्रेटेड सल्फ्यूरिक एसिड एट 413 Kelvin. सो इथेनॉल है घट टैंपरेचर है, दैट विल गिव ईथर, राइट आंसर डाईथाइल ईथर। नेक्स्ट है फिनोल रिएक्ट विद ब्रोमीन वाटर इन CH2 एट अ टेम्परेचर टू गिव द, so option orthobromophenol, ortho and para-bromophenol, 2,4,6 tribromophenol. So right answer that is a B option, that is a ortho para bromophenol. Next, the Remer-Temer reaction is useful for the preparation of again Remer-Temer, that is a salicylaldehyde. अगर कॉलवेज ਹੁੰਦਾ that is a salicylic acid हो ਜਾਂਦਾ है. Next, a phenol on distillation with the zinc dust that will give the benzene, benzaldehyde, benzoic acid and benzophenone. So right answer that is a benzene. A option is the right answer. Next, Williamson synthesis is an example of nucleophilic substitution reaction, electrophilic substitution, nucleophilic addition. None of these. So right answer that is a nucleophilic substitution reaction. So next, a commercial alcohol is made unfit for drinking the water. So by adding that is a methyl alcohol, already ਆਪਾਂ ਕੀਤਾ. Molecular formula of ether is that is a CnH2n plus 2O, that is a B. Right answer this is. ठीक है. नेक्स्ट साढ़े को 2 मार्क्स कैरिंग क्वेश्चन है, 3 मार्क्स कैरिंग क्वेश्चन है. ठीक है जी. सो स्टार्ट करते हैं 2 मार्क्स कैरिंग क्वेश्चन. तो सो फर्स्ट है दैट इज why do alcohol has higher boiling point than haloalkane or similar molecular mass? So as we know in case of alcohol, so alcohol ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਦੇਖਿਆ ਜਾਏ that will form a hydrogen bonding. ठीक है. So the intermolecular forces of attraction between the molecule of alcohol are stronger hydrogen bonding. On the other hand, intermolecular force of attraction between the molecule of haloalkane are comparatively weaker. So dipole dipole interaction weaker होंगे haloalkane ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ. So due to stronger intermolecular force of attraction in alcohol, that will show higher melting and higher boiling point as that of haloalkane. Next, alcohol are comparatively more soluble in water than hydrocarbon of comparable molecular mass. So alcohol can form hydrogen bond with water due to hydrogen bonding, so that they have a hydrogen bonding exists. So due to that these are soluble. And on the other hand, in case of a hydrocarbon that have no hydrogen bonding, okay, and no hydrogen bonding and no solubility exist. Next, two use of methanol, that is it is used for paint and varnishes, and it is used for making the formaldehyde by oxidation. Two use of ethanol, that is it is used for in paint industry and it is used as a fuel. Next, phenol react with the sodium that will form a sodium phenoxide. Next, why ether are a relatively inert compound? So ether, as we know in case of ether, that is a functional group O, and both side alkyl group are present and does not contain any active site. So therefore under ordinary condition they are stable to bases, dilute acid and other oxidizing and reducing agent, and that's why the ether are relatively inert in compound. Next, boiling point of ether are lower than that of isomeric alcohol. Again, in case of alcohol, that is a hydrogen bonding exist, and in case of ether, hydrogen bonding is not exist as compared to alcohol. So because there is a presence of a hydrogen atom in the alcohol and in ether, both are alkyl group are present. So hydrophobic part are present, non-polar part are more large present, and here the hydrogen presence. Okay, and due to that hydrogen bonding possible is more as compared to the ether. So ether have low polarity and does not show any association with intermolecular hydrogen bonding. On the other hand, isomeric alcohol have strong intermolecular hydrogen bonding, therefore their compound has a higher boiling point. Next, what happen when primary, secondary, tertiary alcohol are heated over red hot copper? So as we know in case of alcohol, that is copper 573, that will give a ethanol aldehyde formation, acetaldehyde. So in case of secondary alcohol, that will on oxidation copper 573, that will give a acetone or ketone as a major product, and in case of a tertiary alcohol, that will treated copper 573 will give the alkene as the major product. So next one, that is when alcohol are treated with carboxylic acid and acid anhydride. Alcohol treated with the acid in presence of acidic condition, that will give a ethyl acetate as a major product, that is also known as the esterification reaction. This is also important reaction. Next, alcohol react with the acid anhydride, that will form methyl acetate and acetic acid. Next, why alcohol are weaker acid than water? Alcohol. So in case of alcohol, that are having the alcohol and water both show acidic in nature due to the loss of hydrogen H positive ion. So formation of alkoxide and hydroxide ion. And in case of acidic nature and acidic nature of alcohol, due to polarity of OH bond, the electron releasing group R in the alcohol increases the electron density on oxygen, tending to decrease the polarity of OH bond, thus decrease the acidic strength, and further the presence of electron releasing R group in the alkoxide ion destabilize it, and it decreasing the acidic strength of alcohol. Further, the more number of electron releasing group attached, the nature of alcohol started decreasing. The acidic strength of primary, secondary, tertiary alcohol are as primary, secondary, and tertiary. So alcohol are weaker acid. So first, uh, weaker acid. So due to the presence of R group, that is a electron releasing group, which will increase the electron density on oxygen atom, and hence the decrease the negative charge. So that's why they are weaker acid. Okay. In case of water, that is only hydrogen atom are present, and as compared to primary, secondary, and tertiary alcohol, as the R group increases, the polarity decreases, and acidic strength also decreases. So primary alcohol is become more acidic as compared to secondary and tertiary. Next, solubility of alcohol in water decrease with increase in molecular mass. So as we know, in solubility, that is depend upon the hydrogen bonding, and hydrogen bonding depend upon the size. More the number of uh, more the alkyl group present, that will increase the non-polar part, and hence decrease the polarity. So as the molecular mass of alcohol increases, size of alkyl group increases, so magnitude of hydrogen bonding decreases, and hence solubility of alcohol decreases with increase in molecular mass. Next, why primary alcohol are more acidic than secondary alcohol? In case of primary alcohol, that is a one alkyl group present. In case of secondary, that is a two alkyl group are present. So acidic nature, that is depend upon the OH bond polarity. In case of primary alcohol, one alkyl group is present, that will increase electron density on the oxygen, and hence OH bond start decreasing the polarity. So as we know that there is a, in case of secondary alcohol, two alkyl group are present, which will increase large electron density toward the oxygen atom, and hence the OH bond become less polar, so polarity decreases, and H positive ion releasing tendency also decreases, and hence the acidic strength decreases. So that's why the primary alcohol are more acidic than secondary alcohol. Next, that is a short note on coupling reaction. In case of coupling reaction, when benzene diazonium chloride and phenol are reacted, and removal of HCl and formation of para-hydroxy azobenzene, that is also is a di formation reaction. This is called as a coupling reaction. And use of ether, that is a diethyl ether, that is an industrial solvent. It is used as a refrigerant, and it is used as a anesthetic. Next, the COC bond angle in ether is higher than the HOH bond angle in water, though oxygen is sp3 hybridized in both the cases. The bond angle in ether and water, and in case of ether and water, that is ether, that is 110 degree, and in case of water 104.5 degree. So in case of ether, that is a both alkyl group are present, and in case of water, that is a both hydrogen are present. So as we know in the Weissaper theory, valence shell electron pair repulsion theory, lone pair repulsion, lone pair repulsion is greater than lone pair bond pair repulsion, as always greater than bond pair repulsion. So due to that, there is a lone pair repulsion, लोन पेयर क्योंकि टू लोन पेयर दोनों साइड है, वो भी है लोन पेयर बॉन्ड पेयर रिपल्शन भी है. सो बॉन्ड पेयर रिपल्शन ਜਿਹੜੀ ਹੈਗੀ ਆ ਉਹ ਦੇਖ ਰਹੇ ਆ ਆਪਾਂ ਕਿ ਇਹਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਹੈਗੀ. सो लार्ज हो रही है in case of ether because both are alkyl group. Due to that there is a bond angle 110 degree, and in case of water only hydrogen atom are present. So due to that there is a 104.5 degree bond angle. So due to the less repulsion or polarity, less repulsion of hydrogen group. So next, that is a ether possess a dipole moment even if the alkyl group in the molecule are identical. So in case of ether, that is ether have angular structure similar to water and show sp3 hybridization. Oxygen is surrounded by the 2 OR group, okay, and 2 OR group and and 2 lone pairs on oxygen are present. Due to the angular structure, they have dipole moment. And if the two alkyl group are identical because of CO bond moments do not cancel each other, for example diethyl ether has a dipole moment 1.3d, so ਇਹਨਾਂ ਦੇ ਕੋਲ ਈਥਰ ਦੇ ਕੋਲ dipole moment exist ਹੋਏਗੀ ਕਿਉਂਕਿ ਇਹਦਾ dipole moment direction ਵੀ ਕੀ ਹੋਈ ਹੈ upward, sum up ਹੋ ਕੇ total sum up ਕਰ ਦੇਗੀ, cancel ਨਹੀਂ ਹੋਏਗੀ। ਸੋ ਇਨ ਕੇਸ ਅਗਰ ਦੂਜੀ ਸਾਈਡ ਗੱਲ ਕੀਤੀ ਜਾਏ ਕਾਰਬਨ ਡਾਈਆਕਸਾਈਡ ਮੋਲੀਕੂਲ ਹੈਵਿੰਗ ਲੀਨੀਅਰ ਸਟਰਕਚਰ ਤਾਂ ਉਹਦੀ dipole moment ਜਿਹੜੀ ਹੈ ਟੋਟਲ ਦੋਨੋਂ ਸਾਈਡ ਕੀ ਹੈ ਕੈਂਸਲ ਆਊਟ ਹੋ ਜਾਂਦੀ, ਇਸ ਕਰਕੇ dipole moment ਵੈਲਿਊ 0 ਹੋ ਜਾਂਦੀ ਹੈ। So next is oxidation of alcohol. In case of oxidation of alcohol, in case of primary alcohol that will give aldehyde, then give the acid as the major product. Second, oxidation of secondary alcohol that will give the ketone, and after that again further oxidation will give the acid and carbon dioxide as a product. And oxidation of tertiary alcohol that will give the alkene, and further that oxidation will give the ketone and acid which will further give carbon dioxide and water. Next, as I discuss the reaction and mechanism of acidic dehydration of ethyl alcohol to prepare ether. So ethyl alcohol on concentrated sulfuric acid 413 Kelvin, that will give the diethyl ether as the product. So this is a nucleophilic bimolecular substitution SN2 reaction. So in the first step, preparation of protonated alcohol by addition of proton alcohol that will form a protonated alcohol. In the second step, that is removal of water, attacking of first molecule of alcohol, that is a lone pair of electron from oxygen atom toward the CH2 group of another protonated alcohol, that will remove the water molecule and formation of product. After that, that is a formation of ether, that is by oxygen having positive charge by removal of H positive ion and gaining the bond electron, and formation of ether as the major product. Next, how will you distinguish between primary, secondary and tertiary alcohol? That is the first by Lucas test. So second one, that is a by Victor-Meyer test. In case of Lucas test, that is we will choose the mixture of concentrated HCl and anhydrous zinc chloride on the primary, secondary and tertiary alcohol. And in case of a tertiary alcohol, when we react with the concentrated HCl and anhydrous zinc chloride, if turbidity appears immediately, then that will indicate there is a presence of tertiary alcohol. And if the by reacting secondary alcohol with concentrated HCl and anhydrous zinc chloride, so turbidity appear after the 5 minutes, that will indicate this is a secondary alcohol. And if the alcohol react with the concentrated HCl and anhydrous zinc chloride will give the no reaction or turbidity appear upon the heating, so that will indicate this is a primary alcohol indication. So this is the Lucas test. Next, acidic dehydration of ethyl alcohol to prepare the ethene. So ether वाला तो आपका कर लिया. Next ethene. सो ਇਹਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਕੀ ਹੈ, ਸੋ ਫਸਟ ਸਟੈਪ ਐਜ਼ ਇਟ ਇਜ਼ ਹੋਏਗਾ ਕਿ ਇਥਾਈਲ ਅਲਕੋਹਲ ਟ੍ਰੀਟਡ ਵਿਦ ਕੰਸਨਟਰੇਟਡ ਸਲਫਰਿਕ ਐਸਿਡ 443 ਕੈਲਵਿਨ ਦੇ ਨਾਲ ਅਲਕੀਨ ਦੀ ਫਾਰਮੇਸ਼ਨ ਹੈ। ਫਸਟ ਸਟੈਪ ਦੈਟ ਇਜ਼ ਪ੍ਰੋਟੋਨੇਟਡ ਅਲਕੋਹਲ, ਪ੍ਰੋਟੋਨ ਐਡੀਸ਼ਨ ਕਰਾਂਗੇ ਆਪਾਂ। ਸੈਕਿੰਡ ਸਟੈਪ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਫਾਰਮੇਸ਼ਨ ਆਫ ਕਾਰਬੋਕੈਟਾਇਨ ਹੈ। ਸੋ ਉਹਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਕੀ ਹੈ, ਪ੍ਰੋਟੋਨੇਟਡ ਅਲਕੋਹਲ ਜਿਹੜਾ ਹੈਗਾ ਦੈਟ ਵਿਲ ਫਾਰਮ ਹੈ ਬਾਈ ਰਿਮੂਵਲ ਆਫ water molecule and formation of carbocation. And the third step that is the elimination of proton to form the ethene as the major product. So at last, that is a Victor-Meyer test, that is a distinguished test for the primary, secondary and tertiary alcohol. That is a this question is asking again and again in all the examination, that is a primary, secondary and tertiary alcohol. In case of primary alcohol, when treated with phosphorus and iodine, so primary, secondary and tertiary alcohol will give the iodo product, okay. And in the second step, when we treat with the AgNO2, that will give the nitro product, is the product in the primary, secondary and tertiary alcohol. When we treat with HNO nitrous acid, that is the removal of water molecule and formation of that is a nitrolic acid and blood red coloration, so that will indicate this is a primary alcohol. And if that will give the pseudo nitrol or a blue coloration, that is a secondary alcohol. And if the no reaction will occur and colorless, that will indicate this is a tertiary alcohol. So this is the Victor-Meyer test, most important test. Next, phenol are more acidic than alcohol again. So phenol are acidic in nature by the removal of H positive ion and formation of phenoxide ion. So first phenol show resonating structure. That's why due to that resonating structure, that will indicate that the electron of OH bond toward the itself and H positive are released. So this show that is a phenol is acidic in nature. So phenol by removal of H positive ion show phenoxide ion. Phenoxide ion further show resonating structure, different resonating structure, and from that resonating structure that show that this is a stable complex. So phenoxide is stabilized to greater extent due to the dispersion of a negative charge. This phenoxide ion Phenoxide ion is readily formed due to the dissociation of phenol. On the other hand, neither alcohol nor alkoxide ion is a resonance stabilized. Moreover, alkyl group is plus I effect increase the electron density on the oxygen, and alkoxide ion and thus destabilize it. So ਇਹਦੇ ਨਾਲ ਕੀ alcohol ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਦੇਖਿਆ that will R group है, that will increase the electron density toward oxygen. Alkoxide formation that is does not resonance stabilize. So due to that phenoxide ion is more resonating structure. So phenol are more acidic than alcohol. Next phenol have higher boiling point again. So due to the polarity of OH bond, the phenol are polar in nature. As such, they have high boiling point. On the other hand, aromatic hydrocarbon that are non-polar having low boiling point. Next that is a dimethyl ether is completely soluble in water, but diethyl ether is soluble in water. So solubility of ether, it is due to the again hydrogen bonding. In case of ether, they have tendency to form hydrogen bond with the water molecule. So however the size of alkyl group R increases, the solubility of ether in water started decreases due to the hydrophobic or steric hindrance of alkyl group. So for example, dimethyl ether is completely soluble in water, but diethyl ether is soluble in a smaller extent due to the increase the alkyl group part. So next that is why tertiary butyl ether sorry, butyl ether cannot be prepared by Williamson synthesis. So as we know, to prepare the tertiary butyl ether, Williamson synthesis we require the tertiary butyl bromide and sodium tertiary butoxide. Since a tertiary butyl bromide that is a tertiary alkyl halide, so it prefer to undergo elimination rather than substitution reaction, especially due to steric hindrance structure, and therefore the isobutylene as a major product formation हो जाएगा. क्योंकि सानू की है alkyl halide ਦੇ ਨਾਲ alkoxide ਜਿਹੜੇ ਹੈਗੇ ਆ alkyl halide ਹੈ ਉਹ ਸਾਨੂੰ ਕੀ ਚਾਹੀਦੇ ਹਮੇਸ਼ਾ ਪ੍ਰਾਇਮਰੀ ਵਾਲੇ ਚਾਹੀਦੇ, ਤਾਂ ਹੀ ਸਾਡੇ ਕੋਲ ਜਿਹੜੇ ਹੈਗੇ ਆ ਉਹ ਈਥਰ ਦੀ ਫਾਰਮੇਸ਼ਨ ਹੋ ਸਕਦੀ ਹੈ. ਸੋ ਦੈਟ ਇਜ਼ ਦ ਕੰਡੀਸ਼ਨ ਆਫ ਵਿਲੀਅਮਸਨ ਸਿੰਥੇਸਿਸ. ਸੋ ਦਿਸ ਇਜ਼ ਦ ਕੁਐਸਚਨ ਫॉर ਅਲਕੋਹਲ, ਫਿਨੋਲ ਐਂਡ ਈਥਰ ਚੈਪਟਰ. ਸੋ ਆਲ ਦੀ ਬੈਸਟ ਟੂ ਆਲ ਦ ਸਟੂਡੈਂਟਸ. ਸੋ ਆਈ ਹੋਪ ਸਾਰੇ ਬੱਚੇ ਇਹਨਾਂ ਸਾਰੀ ਵੀਡੀਓਜ਼ ਨੂੰ ਫੋਲੋ ਕਰਨਗੇ. ਸੋ ਬੱਚੇ ਬਾਰ-ਬਾਰ ਮੈਂ ਦੱਸ ਰਿਹਾ ਹੈਗਾ 70 ਆਊਟ ਆਫ 70 ਮਾਰਕਸ ਲੈਣੇ ਕੋਈ ਵੀ ਔਖੇ ਨਹੀਂ ਹੈ ਕੈਮਿਸਟਰੀ ਸਬਜੈਕਟ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚੋਂ. ਸਿਰਫ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਟੌਪ 10 ਤੇ ਜਿੰਨੇ ਸਾਰੇ ਵੀਡੀਓ ਲੈਕਚਰ ਹੈਗੇ ਆ ਸਪੈਸ਼ਲੀ ਪੇਪਰਸ ਦੇ ਸਾਰੇ ਆ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਕਵਰ ਕਰੋ. ਸੋ ਤੁਹਾਡੇ ਜਿਹੜੇ 70 ਆਊਟ ਆਫ 70 ਮਾਰਕਸ ਪਲੱਸ ਜਿਹੜੇ LEP ਵਾਲੇ ਆਪਾਂ ਸੋਲਵ ਕਰਕੇ ਪਾ ਰਹੇ ਹਾਂ ਸਾਰੇ ਕਵਰ ਕਰੋ ਤਿੰਨੇ ਚੀਜ਼ਾਂ. ਸੋ ਆਲ ਆਫ ਯੂ ਵਿਲ ਗੈਟ ਦਾ full marks. So all the best. Have a nice day. Please like, share and subscribe the channel.